Another day, a day of pain, a day of grace. We've come so far we've come, and you know that I did it my way. And here it is. I'm sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen and ladies and gents. Hey, I got something to tell y'all. Okay, a lot of you have shown your appreciation for the consultations. You have talked about the amount of information, and yes, you're going to be studying for quite some time to come. I know it. Hey, it's a lot of information. I'm not here to promote the consultations. As you see, I don't promote the consultations. I am not trying to get more consultations. As a matter of fact, I promise you, I really am getting ready to stop. It's too much time. Everybody gets 3 hours. I don't go beyond 3 hours. I mean, there are a couple of times where we've had some issues where individuals have been in dire straits and situations, and I will literally stop the consult because we have a 3 hour limit, and then I will continue the consult without them being on the call so that I can keep my word and stay within policy, but still provide them the information they need. As you guys saw, I just did a video talking about securities. Hey, creating a security. This one right here. I didn't plan this, but creating a security. The young man who I didn't even tell him that I was making the video, but the video was a continuation of the consult, people. But I also put that information out there for you all, the same as I told him I would do that. That's what we talked about. Now, that's why I couldn't share the link with you, but I could share the information with you because that was his consult. And I didn't ask him for permission. I wasn't going to ask him for permission because all you have to do is your own studying. You can get that information. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point something out. It literally does say you cannot get the payment link without coming to this site right here. There are people contacting SATCOM. This ain't got nothing to do with SATCOM. Well, the receipt said SATCOM on it. Yes, the receipt says SATCOM on it because it's under the same account with the merchant. It's a merchant account. But here it tells you for consultations, please send a copy of the receipt here and CC this email to ensure delivery. All consult email through the reply feature, please. In other words, when you want to communicate, just hit the reply button and keep it in the same email stream. I even remind people of that. Usually it's a 24-hour time frame for me to get back with you. Lately, I've been having computer problems. Right now, this is my mini computer that I am using temporarily because I am transferring files. I've been up. What time did I get up this morning? Was it 3 o'clock? Working on a stupid computer. Why? Because of the programming. Programming a computer is not a simple feat, especially when you're dealing with foreign components. It's a long story. Okay. Then we have a video, consultation expectation video found here. Hey, you do not have to send a notification. Hey, I just paid for a consult. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is send a receipt. As a receipt will be sent to both yourself and myself. I don't actually get a receipt, ladies and gentlemen. They don't actually send me a copy of the receipt. They just put it in. There you go. Hey, when you check this, if you check this, we ain't gonna send you the notification. So you got to check this every day. And I do try to check it every day. But there's been quite a bit of you. And I do mean quite a bit of you. And some of you are having some dire situations. So, can I give you guys a heads up? I told you guys about the in clearings and the in clearings information. I was speaking with a young lady yesterday who scheduled a consult, and we were talking about the in clearings information. Because I have a copy of the in clearings, I just can't show it to you because the judge sealed the record, even though it was placed back in the record without being sealed, I don't want to cause problems for the individual who's in court. I told him I would put it out because the court put it out on the public record, but I decided no because the case is ongoing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the end clearings, that's all done through the indentured trustee. I didn't know the name of the individual until the young lady told me yesterday. And she didn't know, no. What she knew was she was having a conversation with me and she mentioned a process that was being done. Ladies and gentlemen, the end clearings is your account. That check he received, that's his account number. The check was payable to him, deposited into an account in his name that he has no access to. But he has a copy of the check. Let me tell you something. Not only does he have the routing number and the check information, the account number, but he is the signatory. You see, when you get loans, you give the bank power of attorney. Go back, look at operating circular number 10, section 12.3. You give the bank complete power of attorney over all of your affairs concerning that bank. They can create accounts if it's in their best interest. And it is in their best interest to collect interest on the money that's deposited into that account. That's called unjust enrichment. So let me tell you what we're getting ready to do. Because you know what? I might as well let y'all know, because this is the year of the lawsuit. Y'all do know that, right? Yeah. The year. Oh no no. Okay. Let me see if I can understand um, how to explain this to you all, because you all don't understand what I mean by year. According to the scriptures, it says a day to God is 1,000 years. Go look it up. Go look it up. Second Peter, the 3rd chapter, verse 8 and 9. He's patient with y'all. And so since a day to him is like 1,000 years, well, my year is not 365 days. The year of the lawsuit is until I say it's over. You feel me? So I have a couple of judges I'm going after this year. Now, I am going after quite a few judges, and I want them to know because they want us to be afraid of them. I'm not afraid of nobody's stupid judge. I have no respect for individual criminals. And yes, they are criminals. How are they criminals? Because they are deceiving people intentionally. They know that they're using a double language. They know that their words don't have the same meaning in English as it does in legalese. They know that the people don't understand legalese, and yet they perpetuate this fraud against the American public and against those who, pay attention, are not born in this country. This is not their first language. They're still American public. Now, everybody wants to talk about public and private. I'm not talking about that public. I'm not talking about that private. I'm talking about individuals. I'm talking about persons. I'm talking about don't nitpick on stupid words, people. You're like them when you do that. They're the ones who got you doing that. You never had to watch your words before. You never had, I ain't no person. I'm not no corporate. You never had to say something like that. Go back when you were in school. You never said anything stupid like that. Okay? The only thing you said when you were in school is your mama's a nigga. I ain't nobody's nigga. That's the only thing you said. You ain't never said, no, I ain't no person. A person is a corporation. Go back when you were a child. Ain't nowhere in the world anybody ever taught you that stupidity. So, yes, in that instance, they are committing fraud. Why? Because the law requires you to be informed. You don't believe me? Go look up the case. It's called Milan, Mullane, Milan versus Handover Bank and Trust Company. All you gotta do is put that in there. The Supreme Court has made it quite clear that it is a fundamental due process requirement that you be notified before you are deprived of any of your rights. Your right to be informed is your right to be informed, not their right to inform you. It's your right to be informed, and their failure in their duty of care to inform you is a violation of law. You guys just have to understand. It's all logical. Are they allowed to use a foreign language in court? No, not without an interpreter. You don't believe me? Go look at the Americans with Disabilities Act. Do you know that your ability to communicate with the court by not speaking its language is a disability under the Americans with Disabilities Act? Ladies and gentlemen, you do not have a right to an attorney. You have a right to counsel. An attorney is a privilege. Wait, didn't y'all hear me? Go back and look at the Sixth Amendment to the Constitution. It says you have the right to counsel of choice. But there is nothing in the Constitution giving you the right to an attorney. An attorney is a privilege. Never let the court assign an attorney to you. If they're going to assign an attorney, you tell them, yeah, under limited power. They're going to look at you like you're stupid. Well, blah, blah, blah. Don't well me, mother. I said under limited power. That's my right, not yours. You don't get to question me on that. Well, then you ain't going to. Don't be telling me what I ain't going to do. I'm telling you what you ain't going to do. Now tell me you have the authority to override my power of attorney. Oh, let me say it again. My power of attorney, you ignorant mother. Okay? You guys have got to stop being scared. You have to start speaking up. If they rule against you, then you go ahead and hit them in the head. You go back after them. You appeal their decision. You ask for reconsideration. If you've lost a case in the last 5 years, they just dismissed it, and you let it go on, ladies and gentlemen, go back into that case, do a reconsideration, bring up all of the points that you were trying to bring up in the first place, even stuff you never brought up before, but you realized it now. Bring it up in your petition for reconsideration. Let the judge rule on your reconsideration motion. Now, guess what you get to do? Hey, this is one of those, oh my God, that's a pretty good loophole. This is how you get to bring information into a case that wasn't discussed originally, because now you're appealing the denial of your reconsideration petition, and now you get to bring up all of those violations. It really is that simple. Now, hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Those of you who are going through foreclosures and mortgage problems, especially our people, oh, DAPs, you DAP people, y'all, we're going to be sending y'all on y'all's behalf payments for y'all's debts. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I need y'all to understand that video that was done there, that was also done for you, DAP people. Okay? Now, what you do is you send a copy that you paid the debt to the credit agencies, the credit reporting agencies, not the bureaus, because there ain't no bureaus. There's only one bureau, the Bureau of Public Debt. No, that's not, well, there are two bureaus. I'm sorry, Bureau of Public Debt and that wonderful little CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. Those are two bureaus. You have the public debt, the Bureau of Public Debt, and that bureau. Yeah, it's just a game. All right, but you just have to send a copy of the receipt. See, they're telling them that you ain't paid. You just have to send them a copy of the receipt. What? A copy of the payment. Ladies and gentlemen, we did the video showing you that bills of exchanges are currency in the United States. They are payment. They're a commercially acceptable form of payment. All right. Hey, I just wanted to take this time. Like I said, I'm programming the computer. I'm up. I got a consult at 12 o'clock my time today. Here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. I have a consult tomorrow too. There ain't no vacation. I keep telling you guys, this is 7 days a week. So, for those of you who are trying to get in touch with me, watch this. This is so important that you understand this. To get in touch with EON, you can't. Okay? See, can't. Kannt. Can't. You just can't. You simply can't do it. Stop commenting on the EON V3. I don't have time, ladies and gentlemen. I told you, for the life of me. You see what time I'm up. Go look at the timestamp on the videos. Wait, hold on. Let me yeah, let's open this up. We're not gonna play it. Not gonna play it. I just want to open it up so I can show you the time. Last night I went to sleep at 12 o'clock. I was up at 3. No, I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna be all right. This is after the consult today, I'll take a sleeping pill and make it through tomorrow and do that consult tomorrow and the one after that. And then I don't usually do consults on Wednesdays, people. But because the other meetings have been canceled for this week, I told the person because they needed it badly that I would do their consult on Wednesday. Okay, there's the other thing with consultations. The person must send me a 24-hour notice. There are too many things going on. I'm having too many conversations, trying to help too many people, running too many companies. You got to send a 24-hour notification. Hey, we got a consult scheduled for tomorrow. You gonna be there, motherfucker? And I'm be like, yeah, sure enough, I'll be there. And then we had a consult. But people don't like they don't like to remember. They remember that we got a consult the next day, and then man, I don't need to tell that mother nothing. Shoot, all this other stuff he remember, he better remember that. That's what they be doing. Oh, you know what I just realized? Nope. Look at that. 5:23 in the AM. Many of you are not up at no 5 o'clock in the AM. And see, this was me, pay attention, working on a computer the other day. Okay. I've been working on this thing almost 11 days now because the companies who put these things together, they put certain codes in the BIOS that interfere. And I don't want to redo the BIOS just yet. I am about to if I have any more problems with it. Now, for the consults, I'll use this computer. I don't like this computer because my keyboard and everything is not in front of me. It's not one component. I am not used to using a desktop anymore. And I do have to hook up the keyboard because it has a Bluetooth keyboard, but that's another story. All right, look, this is what I've been trying to tell y'all. It's a lot going on, and I am trying to handle a lot. I'm trying to do a lot, trying to handle a lot, and I'm trying to worry about everybody and their grandmama. Somebody told me you care. You just don't want to admit that you care. Okay, y'all hold on to that thought. You know what I care about? I'm gonna be honest with you. I care about my serving my God. I care about my relationship with Jehovah. No, no, no. Let me make sure you understand. This is not a religious thing. I learned about Jehovah not because of a religion. I learned about him because my parents took the time to say, hey, there is this person you don't know about. And they taught me how to talk to him. I've been talking to him since I was 3 years old. He's been my friend for, oh man, half a century plus. Okay? Half a century. Can you imagine knowing somebody for 50 years? How many people have you known for greater than 50 years? That's how that relationship is. That's why I care so much about it. Okay, and there's a lot that's trying to interfere with that. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow people to set me off, have me saying things and doing things that I would normally not say or do. We ain't going to play that game. I am here to help as many people as I possibly can. But you know what I will not do? And I promise you all, what I will not do is I will not bend over backwards because I got a bad back. Okay, I will not. I will care only to the extent that this person, these wonderful little issues, the brain damage from the operation, all of that stuff, the myasthenia gravis, and all of that stuff, allow me to care. Like I said, I don't have any empathy and sympathy. You can tell me that your best friend died yesterday, and I'll say I'm sorry to hear that, and I'll say, hey, it's a good thing Jehovah promises a resurrection, but there'll be no real emotion there. I will not cry with you because I'm not the OJs. We're not going to cry together. Sorry, because the disease won't allow it. I literally don't feel for you because I don't love you. Okay, please understand. The disease won't allow it. I used to be the crybaby. I used to cry over just about everything. I don't cry no more unless I force myself to. It just doesn't happen. But I used to everything. I was way emotional. But the progression of this disease, the combination of diseases, let me say that. And all of disease, every disease that's out there, for the most part, is man made, caused by man. Well, technically, all diseases are caused by man. There was this guy, stupid idiot, decided he wanted to eat from a tree. I mean, what? He couldn't go to the store and buy his food. He had to just go and take something from a tree. Oh no, he didn't take anything from the tree. It was his wife who took from the tree. He just took it from her. She handed it to him, and he took it from her. Oh, by the way, sorry, I'm laughing because there are people who think the Genesis account is a metaphor. Yeah, they think it's symbolism that the fruit stood for this and the fruit stood for that, and it wasn't a real fruit. There are people who actually believe that. I'm sorry that that's the case. I like people who say that they study the Bible. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand that I study the Bible. I'm not nitpicking on, well, what the word meant in the 16th century. I could care less about the 16th century or what the word originally meant in Hebrew. We don't know what it originally meant. That's ancient Hebrew. Please understand, nobody speaks that language anymore. That is a dead language. Yeah. The Hebrew that was spoken 2,000 years ago, yeah, people are still speaking that Hebrew, but it is not the same. Just like that old ancient English, nobody speaks that way no more. Old English is a dead language. The only ones who try to keep resurrecting the language is the stupid courts. So languages do die. They morph, they evolve into something else. That's what Hebrew did. But it still doesn't mean we don't understand what it said. It's just that it was never written for us to nitpick on words. That's man. Man always comes up with this. Hey, come over here. No, come here. All right. Yeah, my name is Nick. Yeah, let me pick. Okay, I got that one. I got that one. I'm just gonna keep picking everything I can off you. I'm even gonna pick your brain. We don't need to be nitpicking, especially not with scripture. The Bible was written in such a way that every scripture is backed by two other scriptures. It's the principle. By the mouth or two or more witnesses, a matter is established. A matter holds true because if you have two witnesses who are trustworthy, then nobody can contradict that. Okay? That's why it's a principle. So in the Bible, you'll have Genesis agreeing with Matthew, Matthew agreeing with Joel, and Joel agreeing with Hezekiah. Hezekiah didn't write no book of the Bible. That's exactly correct. He didn't, but he did speak. And what he spoke was recorded in books like Isaiah, in books like Ezekiel, in books like Second Chronicles, in books like, you feel me? So it's backed up. That's what the Bible is. It's just 66 books that back up each other. Go ahead. If you really want to understand that right there. The Bible is 66 separate books and letters combined together called Bible. Bible simply means many books, not basic instructions before we leave Elamerville. Lord have mercy. Sorry. It means many books. The word Bible means many books. Okay. It is 66 books and letters compiled together. The Apocrypha. What about the Apocrypha? What about the Apocrypha? It was never part of what's known as the Bible canonicity or Bible canon. It was never part of that because if it was, he would have made sure it was included. Did the Maccabees not exist? Of course, the Maccabees existed. But there's no way in the world, pay attention, he would name a Bible book Bel versus the Dragon. Go ahead, look at all of the other books of the Bible and see if any one of them sound anything like Bel versus the Dragon. Why would he dedicate a book to Satan? Bel and the dragon are both Satan, people, according to the scriptures. He's the one who personifies both of them. Don't believe me? Go do your research. So why would he dedicate a book to that creature? He doesn't operate like that. Man does. Bel versus the dragon. Whatever. And then the book of wisdom. Go ahead. Go ahead and see if you see any book in the Bible entitled anything like that. The book of wisdom? Song of Solomon. Song of Solomon works because it's just Solomon talking about a Shulamite maiden. We know Solomon existed, and we know what the wisdom he had and all the information in the Song of Solomon. There are some key points in the 66 books. Now, look, I'm not here to talk to you guys about that. I just wanted to make mention to you all, because I believe it was necessary, about the consultations, and also to give you guys a heads up on what we're doing for our DAP people. See, this is one of those, he wasn't really planning on it, but he decided to plan and bring you guys some information that might help. So please go over the securities video. Hey, who else has told you that? Well, we're called the Securities Acquisition Trust Commission. All we do is securities and trust. Okay? All we do are securities and trust. And as we said, we're trying to add more to our packages. But see, I'm only one person. I'm the guy with the knowledge. I'm the guy with the understandings. The rest of the members of SATCOM don't have this knowledge and understanding. They're gaining it, but for the most part, it's incumbent upon me. So the last 11 days that I've been down, nothing can get done. Nothing of any consequence can get done. So that's why I'm sitting up here working on two computers, doing the transferring of files while I'm talking to you. One says 60 seconds, the other one says an hour and 10 minutes. Lord have mercy. And I've been through this at least 5 times in the last 7 days because it ain't a joke. Hey, I'm glad we had this time together. Now it's time for me to say so long. I got to go talk to Carol because she was a brunette. I'm brunette. Yeah. Okay. Got to go. Take care.